Max Verstappen and Red Bull triumphed in a grueling and dramatic battle against Lando Norris and McLaren for the Drivers' Championship. This season has been an intense clash of titans, but it was not without its share of controversies. Verstappen, now a four-time world champion, pointed out specific elements in McLaren's car that he believes stretched the boundaries of the FIA's legal framework. Although the governing body found everything compliant, the legitimacy of some tactics raised questions about whether they followed the spirit of fair competition or merely aimed to provoke chaos in an already tense championship race. As we look toward the 2025 season, fans are eager to see what's in store. The larger question remains: can McLaren continue to exploit these perceived loopholes to maintain their competitive edge? The 2024 season was undeniably one of the most exciting in recent memory, thanks to the intense rivalry between Red Bull and McLaren. However, many feel Norris could have pushed harder to make the title race even closer. Verstappen's comments on irregularities in car legality, though indirect, clearly hinted at McLaren. Reflecting on the season, he said, "There were things happening in the background that gave us no chance in certain races. I'm sure of it, though no one will ever admit it. It's unrealistic to expect a team principal to openly confess to using illegal parts throughout a season," but Verstappen emphasized that rival teams aim to exploit rules to the fullest extent. If caught, it's the FIA's responsibility to act decisively. One of the most notable instances of FIA intervention was the controversy surrounding McLaren's rear wing. Although it wasn't declared illegal, its design sparked significant debate. The governing body struggled to determine if deflection tests were sufficient proof of legality. The rear wing's innovative design gave McLaren a considerable top-speed advantage, especially on Baku's long straights. Oscar Piastri defended the component, but Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez criticized the MCL38, arguing that its mini DRS trick needed deeper investigation to prevent similar tactics in the future. Looking ahead, the 2026 season promises sweeping regulatory changes, including the complete removal of the DRS system. However, 2025 is poised to be one of the most competitive seasons in F1 history, with multiple teams vying for both constructors and drivers' championships. The debate around McLaren's rear wing lingers, but it's not the only contentious aspect of their car. Mercedes raised concerns about the flexibility of McLaren's front wing, which seemed to flex excessively in slow corners and over curbs. This issue echoed a past Red Bull flaw, prompting Christian Horner to demand more clarity from the FIA about rule enforcement in this ground effect era. However, the FIA's responses have left some doubting their understanding of modern car dynamics. What set McLaren apart in 2024 was their ability to implement upgrades seamlessly throughout the season. On high-downforce circuits like Zandvoort and Singapore, Norris delivered commanding victories, sometimes with margins exceeding 20 seconds. These results highlighted Red Bull's struggles in slow-speed corners. Despite progress in the latter half of the season, Red Bull's RB20 fell short of the performance needed to compete with Norris and potentially Ferrari's drivers on pure merit. Verstappen acknowledged this gap, stating, "If we continue like this, I won't be champion next year. It's that simple." Verstappen expressed confidence in his team's ability to address balance issues and other weaknesses from 2024. Improvements in handling over curbs, bumps, and in slow corners are crucial for staying competitive. He added, "If we're still beaten, it will come down to pure speed. I always keep the pressure on myself and the team." At times, the RB20 steering challenges were severe, underscoring the urgent need for change. Alleging that a rival's car was illegal is a bold claim, but McLaren's remarkable transformation since 2023 adds context to Verstappen's frustrations. Starting 2023 at the back of the grid, McLaren's consistent upgrades and technical staff restructuring yielded dramatic results. In the first 9 races of 2023, McLaren scored just 29 points. In contrast, they amassed 212 points during the same period in 2024, representing the largest improvement on the grid. Verstappen acknowledged that McLaren's internal development played a significant role in their resurgence. However, he stressed that Red Bull must focus on internal improvements to remain competitive. Red Bull's decision to replace Sergio Perez with Liam Lawson signaled a return to its academy-driven roots. Integrating Lawson into the team remains a secondary priority, as Verstappen faces fierce competition from McLaren, Ferrari, and Mercedes drivers in 2025. Addressing the failed upgrades from 2024, Verstappen remarked, "All plans for new parts after China were scrapped. The team essentially restarted from scratch." Analyzing data from the season, Verstappen identified specific aerodynamic shifts in corner entry, turn-in, and ride heights compared to previous cars. He pushed the engineers to address these issues early. Despite winning races convincingly at the season start, Verstappen felt the car's balance was not to his liking. These insights emphasize the need for a focused and precise approach to development. The 2025 season presents an intriguing landscape. McLaren and Ferrari are poised to fight fiercely for championships, while Red Bull faces challenges stemming from Lawson's limited experience and the departure of key engineering staff, including Adrian Newey. Verstappen's loyalty to Red Bull hinges on certain key figures. He stated, "If Helmut Marko leaves, I'm out too." That's not a bluff. While Verstappen has reaffirmed his commitment to the team, he acknowledged the internal turbulence that could impact their future. With all these elements in play, the 2025 season is shaping up to be one of the most unpredictable in F1 history. Will Verstappen overcome McLaren's controversial strategies to secure his fifth consecutive championship? Or will the likes of Norris, Ferrari's drivers, and even Mercedes disrupt Red Bull's dominance? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't miss our video on Mick Schumacher's potential role with Cadillac by clicking on the screen now.